Alright, so I think this will probably be the last one. So this should be the last episode. Hopefully. If not, it's just going to be a long one. Whatever. Let's do it. Alright. So we just finished.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Yeah, it's Edith's turn. Mine or Grandma's? That's the question. I'm gonna guess my room.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
She's got a lot of books and they're very color coordinated. Why am I like... Whatever. My turn.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Can I listen in?
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles.
That's good.
When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
Guess I
Or
can't
that
peek
Edie
in.
had a key to it.
Finally, the library.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your story.
She says it's her fault.
I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Can't read a lot of those. Well, I can, I'm just too lazy.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
Oh.
There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it.
I would have taken a boat there. I would have tried
When
that.
the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
I'm just gonna keep going straight. No, I'm going straight. I won't get lost. I'm going straight.
I got turned around.
Uh-oh. Yep, now I'm lost. Guess that is expected.
For a while,
Where's that
I
from?
wandered. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
Oh.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
The old house. Same fence.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Oh.
The next morning, the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot.
Every kid's done this. Every kid.
We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
My kid. I'm wondering if I missed any stories. Because not everybody was drawn in. Okay. I have to find what's his face in this. I think I just have to let it go down. until what's-his-face shows up. But we'll go through it. We'll appreciate the people. Sure. End of everything. I don't know what that means exactly. What, I can't remember what it's for. I think it was doing everyone's story. Yeah, I always found Lewis's story very interesting. Because I just thought he, like, chopped off his hand and maybe, you know, died or something from infection. But apparently not. There we go. Johan. Thanks, Johan. We'll let it play through. Either way. Gaston Gregory. But yeah, no, I really like this game, and I find it enjoyable to play through multiple times. I know there's still a little bit of achievements that I need to get. I think I'm missing 2 or 3. At least 2 for sure, which is the going both ways, because I looked into it. It's not going to both doors, it's take them both paths up to the house. So I need to do that. And then you replay Calvin's again, and do loop-de-loop again. And I'll have to check if that's all. I mean, I can check right now, actually. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just missing 2. What is it? Finish all stories. Okay, so that was it. Take both paths to the house and play Calvin's story again. So hopefully I can do the path to the house again. If not, I'll just do Calvin's story and then reset the whole thing to be able to do taking both paths. And then that will be all the achievements. All the playtesters. The NT them. Available. Select Edith to play from the beginning. Okay, so we're gonna replay a story. I'm gonna do Calvin's story. And then I actually don't know. Might have to set something up quick. Alright. So we're just gonna
I knew
play
Grandpa
Calvin's.
Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Probably should have shown all the achievements in the beginning, huh?
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember
See if we
is that
can
when he made up his mind,
spin as quickly
that
as
was it.
possible.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore he'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe
You can
he'd
only go
still
so
be here.
high.
But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Like kick from the tree.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Why did he?
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Alright, there's Calvin's story.
After the funeral,
Now we'll go to Edith. If I just didn't mess up that first one, we'd be good.
a lot of this isn't going to make sense to you. And I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Take one path backtrack, go the other way once we get up to the house.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
I don't know if I have to backtrack or not, which is unfortunate, but whatever.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Maybe I'll just get it from taking this path, I don't know.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The woods around the house have always been
Okay,
uncomfortably
cool, got it.
silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
There we go, got the last one. I need to make it so that actually pops up. Somehow. Alright, so I guess that's it. So I'll see if I can figure out how to show the actual achievements. We'll see. Okay, so here are the achievements. Finishing all the stories, a closer look, looking at all the peepholes and telescopes long enough to hear Edith's commentary. All roads take both paths to the house. Great Owl catch 2 rabbits with only 2 swoops. Let him finish. Let the drunken sailor finish his song. Clear the table. Clear all balls off the pool table. Gregory. Knock all the letters of Gregory's name into the bathtub. Thanks, Johann. Seen Johann's name in the end credits. And loop-de-loop-de-loop. Play Calvin's story again. So pretty easy to get them all. Not too rough at all. Did it all in less than 3.5 hours.